Oh my god, okay. It actually did the full leitmotif of Breath of the Wild. See? The hype is through the roof. I want to listen to the main theme of Tears of the Kingdom before the game releases. I already pre-ordered it, and I already know that once the game goes out, you won't see me for a long time. I already planned to make a cover of this song, but I also wanted to do a fresh reaction and analysis before I even dive deep into arrangement. This was a sort of challenge, sort of request that was thrown on Twitter by one of my friends who is also a violinist. I'm taking on the challenge. I'm gonna do a reaction and analysis of the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom main theme. Let's dive right into it. Okay, the first 10 seconds or so, the chord progression and the melody and the cadence definitely references the original Breath of the Wild main theme. Suddenly changed to a different direction, and right now this section is playing a lot of the erhu or the Chinese violin. Let's see where it goes. Alright, my first impression on that erhu and piccolo section right there, I'm already getting the feeling of Link flying or gliding because of the faster tempo, the faster energy. It's definitely a more energetic tempo compared to the more chill, the more laid-back style of the original Breath of the Wild theme. And the melodic style of the erhu, it's very erratic, going into multiple tonal ranges. It's like jumping here and there. But I also love that the piccolo, that the high sounding flute, it could be a different instrument, it could be a traditional instrument, but I'm just calling it piccolo for label's sake for this reaction. I love that they're playing off against each other, and the piccolo line is kind of sounding like a bird song. So there's this melody by the erhu, and then the piccolo is reacting, and the feeling I'm getting is as if I am Link flying or gliding, and there's like birds singing and flying right beside me. This is the feeling that it conveys. I love it. Oh my, oh my. Let me check that again. This section. Oh wow, this section right here is giving me a lot of Xenoblade Chronicles vibes. And I love how from very energetic strings, going from the erhu section to the kind of reprise by the string section right here. And there you go. It's a very nice arrangement style where you have this rhythmic melody by the string section, and then suddenly you halt the tempo by having the lower notes or the bass line just keep it steady with what they would call a pedal tone, or simply just playing long notes, because lower notes or the bass line with the absence of larger percussion or a drum set, the lower notes or the bass lines can really change the vibe, change the tempo, change the pace of a piece of music. And this device right here You can hear, I would say, there's a bassoon, and the lower strings are staying in one motion, just steady. But there is a floaty feeling because of the piano doing this arpeggio. You can see the very tiny sounds of the piano right here. Yeah, the piano is the one doing the movement. But you see, there's a steady bass, and the piano is moving, not constantly, but in bits and pieces. And then the main melody at the top. That's a very jazz-like progression. Oh, wow. Yes, those are bits and pieces of the leitmotif of the Breath of the Wild melody. Again. Oh, did you hear that? There's a sort of fragmented sound of a synth piano that reminds me of the instrumentation that is being used when you're fighting one of those baby guardians in those challenge dungeons. That one. I love this sequence. Oh my God. That section right there is, in basic terms, we would call it a modulation. But it's like a multiple modulation, or sometimes called a sequence, especially in classical or Baroque music, where the composer or the arranger would bring in multiple key changes to elevate the music to a different feeling or different mood. Maybe change the vibe or just heighten the tension, heighten the energy. It looks like it's being used here to heighten the energy because, of course, it is a main theme. So there has to be ups and downs, and we're definitely going up. Representing the theme of the game. Lots of flying, lots of gliding, lots of going up. Oh my God. Okay. It actually did the full leitmotif of Breath of the Wild. See? It changed the mood at the end. It changed it to a more inconclusive resolution, like something went wrong. Oh, wow. So the return to this melody signifies that this is definitely the main leitmotif for the game. Key change, new modulation. That ending, those voices are definitely lore related. I'm pretty sure of it. It has something to do with those symbols that Link saw in the trailer. But oh wow, okay. So from the beginning, that's how they started, and now this is how they're ending. Okay, I love this bass line right here. It's a very satisfying harmonic inversion where you're not playing the full chord, you're playing only a partial chord, but you're using it to lead into another key change, which is coming up. That is so satisfying. Wow. What I love about this new theme is there's elements and tributes to the original Breath of the Wild theme, snippets of the main melody, and hints of the chord progression of the original one. But they definitely changed the tempo. They took it to a new direction, new instrumentation. I'm also wondering if the instrumentation will have lore meanings. Nintendo is usually very deliberate with their use of specific instrumentation. Is the saxophone or the sona, will it represent a certain character? Will it be associated with a certain group of people? Same with the Arhu. Because for example, Breath of the Wild has one very obvious character that is highly associated with a specific instrument. You know, the accordion is very much associated with Cass, with his very beautiful Cass's theme. And once you hear that accordion, oh, it's him. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? Let me know. But yeah, so many possibilities. And this is just 1.5 minutes of music. I can't wait to hear an extended version of the main theme or a medley of the new themes from the upcoming soundtrack. And oh my god, I'm going crazy with speculation here. And I've done a really good job of avoiding the leaks and all that. I'm coming in here with no idea of anything else except for the official trailers. I am so excited. So yeah, that is my initial reaction and analysis. And if you want more of my type of content, click here.